Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. Today is September 16th, 2015. So today's news and the big news is that in India we have a rural employment program that is called Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Program. So this is generally it is called MNREGA. So this is a rural employment program launched in the year 2006. Since then, it is being implemented in almost all the districts in the country. And the basic idea of this program is to provide the employment to the rural people at least for 100 days, 100 days every year. So this is the basic program. And this program is sponsored by both the central government and the state government. Central government will be spending 80% of the amounts and the state government will spend 20% of the amount. And remember this one very important one. All these days, the number of days for which the employment is guaranteed, that is 100 days. And today, the cabinet has taken a decision. And if you look at India, there are backward areas, there are drought prone areas. So wherever there is a drought, in those areas, the number of days with respect to the employment has been increased from 100 to 150 days. So this is the latest development. And if you look at India, 40%, almost 40% of the area is considered to be a drought prone area. And in all the areas, the number of days will be increased from 100 to 150 days. Definitely, the people who are living in those areas will be so little happy with this. Of course, a lot of things are to be done by the government, but this is one of the measures that is taken by the government. So that is one news, kindly remember this. And of course, when it comes to MNREGA, originally it was called National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. And in the year 2009, name of Bapuji has been added as a prefix. Since then it became MNREGA, it is called Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. That's the point number one. Number two, we have some more information. So I'll open the document and I'll show you the document. Please have a look at that. Look at this. Question: which of the following state tops in feticide, meaning killing the fetus? Feticide, according to the report of NCRB, National Crimes Record Bureau. As I was telling you and referring to you with respect to NCRB, so this is an organization that is functioning under the Ministry of Home Affairs. And it is working in various capacities, and it also has submitted the report with respect to the where in which state the number of feticides are very, very high. And especially when it comes to the feticide, it is the female feticide that is happening. In most of the areas in India, even today, not just in the rural areas, but even the urban areas also. So the idea is that a girl child is seen as a burden. This is a very, 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 very unfortunate thing. On one side, we talk about the development. On the other side, we talk about the empowerment of the women. But on the other side, the worst side of the coin is that a female feticide is taking place. The reason maybe more reasons are there, but whatever may be the reason, feticide is really considered to be the very, very horrible thing. As long as the women are not respected, as far as a girl child is not nurtured and developed properly, the country will not develop. Development is not just industries. Development is not just agriculture. Development is not just infrastructure. Development also includes the protection of a girl child. Until and unless India does that, India cannot become a developed nation. But this is a very, very sad part that is happening in many, many of the cities in India, many of the states in India, even today also. Now, the question is that in which state, according to the report of NCRB, the number of feticide is very, very high. Unfortunately, the number is very high in a state called Madhya Pradesh. It's such a beautiful state, centrally located in India. But even then, very, very serious things are happening in Madhya Pradesh. I am talking about the latest report. And of course, when it comes to the feticide, the number of feticides have reduced in Madhya Pradesh. From the year 2011 to 2014, the number has been reduced. It's a good sign. But even after reduction in Madhya Pradesh is topping at the number one position as far as the feticides are concerned. That's the reason why the government of the day has a lot to do with respect to the protection of the girl children. Madhya Pradesh is one of the fantastic states in India, and there is a chief minister by name Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. And this person is being the chief minister for quite long period of time, and he introduced certain beautiful programs for the protection of the girl children. And because of those programs only, the number has been reduced. Number has been reduced, but the problem is that even today also, Madhya Pradesh is topping as far as the female feticide is concerned. So what are these programs? I'll show it to you. I was referring to you these programs in my previous classes also. I'll just show it to you once again. I will get this. So which of the following state tops in feticide according to the report of NCRB? Answer is Madhya Pradesh. Okay, this is the look at this. Madhya Pradesh government has launched a program called, it's a beautiful program, Lotli Lakshmi Yojana. It was launched by the government in the year 2007. This is meant basically for protecting the girl child. And another program was also launched by the government in the year 2011, and the name of the program is the Beti Bachao Abhiyan. So, two important programs, kindly remember this. See, especially the all of you who are preparing for the civil service examination, you need to remember the names of these programs, please. So, because when you talk about the social issues in the civil service examination, one of the social issues is also related to the women. And it's also, whenever we talk about the women, we talk about the girl child, and also we talk about the female feticide. And during that time, these programs will be coming in handy. So to express yourself in the examinations, these are the very, very famous programs. Rather, Madhya Pradesh is considered to be the pioneer of these programs. After Madhya Pradesh has launched the Ladli Lakshmi Yojana, some other states also took up this program. So kindly remember this one. There may be a necessity for you to mention these programs in the examination if you are writing the civil services. So this will become the part of the social issues. This will become the part of the women's issues. This will also become the very, very, very serious matter with respect to the protection of a girl child. Very, very important. Am I clear? Now, Again, I'm opening the document. Have a look at this. Kindly remember these two names. Look at the question. Another question we have. In which of the following high courts in India, a group of advocates, so here I need to add a word, of, a group of advocates protested to declare the regional language of the state as the official language of the court. So I'm referring to a high court. We know that in India there are 24 high courts. And with respect to this particular question, it happened very, very recently in Madras High Court. So Madras High Court, it's a part of Tamil Nadu, and the regional language is the Tamil. And the advocates in this High Court, they demanded for the implementation of the Tamil as the official language. See, basically, if you look at the courts, maybe the Supreme Court or maybe the High Court, the language that can be used is English. But Supreme Court, take it for granted, this is English, you are using it. But when it comes to the High Court, the language of the High Court is English. At the same time, the governor of the concerned state, with the prior permission of the President of India, may permit for the usage of the other languages, including the regional language of the states. This is what is happening in almost all the states. That's the reason. So while the arguments are taking place, or during the time when the judge wants to speak, it need not be necessary to speak in English because the governor has granted the permission after he obtained the permission from the President of India for using other language also other than English. That's the reason why if you go to any high court, other than English, you will also listen to some other language which is considered to be the local language. But we are not very, very sure whether all the judges in the High Court know the regional language. It may not be possible. Maybe the Chief Judge of the High Court, maybe other judges. So there is no possibility that I cannot say that every judge knows the regional language of the state because these High Court judges are coming from different states. High Court judges are appointed by the President. High Court judges are transferred from one High Court to the other court. There is no guarantee that only a local person is being appointed as a judge in the concerned High Court. So you must be knowing this. I was discussing all these points with you when I was speaking to you regarding the High Courts. But if you declare that particular language as the official language, the demand may be right for them. The demand may be right, but when it comes to the judges tomorrow, what happens? I cannot expect every judge in Madras High Court so to speak Tamil. At the same time, if you really want to implement the official language, Tamil as the official language in the courts, again there will be a necessity for appointing the translators. If the arguments are taking place in Tamil, that can be translated into the language of the judge, then the judge will understand, he will try to analyze, and he will give a judgment. Again, the judgment can also be transferred translated by these people to the regional language. Practical difficulties will be definitely there. That's the reason why I don't think the government will be accepting for this. But otherwise, it's a regional language. Yes, the people have lots of love and affection towards their regional language. They demand certain things. They have every right, but ultimately, whether the government accepts or not, we have to wait and watch. So, whatever the examination you are writing in the nearest future, it may be a possible question in that examination where the advocates in the High Court they have to manage. Answer is the Madras High Court. Am I clear? That's point number one. And see, so the number of advocates who protested in Madras High Court, The number was just 15. Just 15 advocates, they are sitting before the podium of the Chief Justice and they started shouting the slogans. Police are there, but police cannot take any action without the directions that are given by the judge who is sitting over there. And the judge also has not given any directions. That's the reason why police were just standing and looking at the show. Because Tamil Nadu itself has got a very bitter experience with these aspects. In the year 2009, there were clashes between police and advocates in Tamil Nadu, and a lathi charge also took place, and some of the lawyers they got injured, and that became a big issue during that time. Very unfortunate thing happened. Maybe in order to stop those things, such kind of things to get repeated, the judge of the day might not have issued any orders for arresting the advocates or removing them from the court hall. So this is what happened. So kindly remember the answer is Madras High Court. Okay. So now I'll stop at this stage, and I have some more information with me, and I'll share that information with you tomorrow, and we'll meet tomorrow at the same time. And I thank you so much for being with me this evening. Thank you. Good night.